What's going on, everybody? It's Ashton, your coach of the Halifax Huntails, and today we're back with another Draft League content video, this time against Evil in the semifinals of playoffs of Season 4 of the URSDL. And as you might remember from our regular season battles, we did end up losing narrowly to Evil. It was 1-0 loss where he had kept an Ice Shard Excalibur right to the very end and was able to pick off our low HP Keldeo with it. So yeah, we're definitely looking to bounce back, as he was one of our 3 regular season losses, and kind of showcase why we are deserving of being here in the final 4 of playoffs. So to give everyone a bit of a reminder as to what Evil has access to, he didn't end up making any regular seasons transactions to his draft, so he kept up with the Great Tusk, Scizor, Venusaur, Torkoal, Samurott Hisui, Mesprit, Garbodor, Mega Manectric, Excalibur, Enamorus, Bombardier, and Mismagius. So yeah, the same 12 Pokemon that he opted to draft from the very beginning, he ended up sticking with through the regular season and got a 6-win, 2-loss record. So very, very scary team. I think some things that kind of took away from last time that we faced Evil is that I can't really put any disrespect on Scizor in the matchup, despite the fact that it's kind of on paper hindered on his roster, and as well, it's not the strongest Pokemon in the matchup. I think what we ended up doing last time was giving it a little bit too much disrespect, and it ended up ended up being something that we didn't really prep for as heavily, and as a result, we were thrown off guard a teensy little bit by that, in the combination of the Sun Core and a Assault Vest Great Tusk, which was very very cool to see, because I believe it was max speed as well. It was able to get the photosynthesis boost off in speed and still have a very, very bulky set with Assault Vest. So yeah, it was just a very scary team that he ended up bringing, and right on him to bring something like Scarf Enamorus and kind of bring back Scholar for the late game. I think a lot of what he did in that battle made sense. So yeah, we're going to try to see if we can't adapt here. So as you might remember, I had Keldeo on this team, and a bit of a spoiler, as you cannot see all my Pokemon in this team builder at the moment, we did not opt to bring Keldeo this time. But what we do have is Zygarde. So Zygarde did come in the first battle, although it was a Dragon Dance sent that time. This time we're going to go with a little bit more of a defensive variant with Subcoil Toxic. Basically what this does for me is it allows me to sub up on anything that is, I believe, I'm trying to see what is next fastest mod here. Anything that is Baxcaliburs / Great Tusk speed or slower, assuming that Great Tusk isn't in the sun and doesn't have the photosynthesis speed boost, I'm able to sub up against anything that's slower than those Pokemon, and potentially make any Pokemon that are slower than it their job a lot harder. The idea behind it too is that anything that's faster than Zygarde's not going to appreciate 1,000 arrows. And if he wants to offensively bring in Enamorus, well, that's just one less turn that he has access to that Pokemon, because, you know, eventually things like Toxic and 1,000 Arrows are going to whittle something like that down. And where Enamorus is such a great threat, I will happily take that. So that's kind of the idea behind a more defensive variant of Zygarde this week, just to be able to put a little bit of defensive pressure on Pokemon that are faster than it, as well as be able to make the jobs of the defensive Pokemon on my opponent's team a lot harder, given that they have to waste turns to try to break my sub, and depending on what they have after a coil, I might not get my sub broken by much. I'm pretty sure with the defense investment, actually, things like a max attack adamant bullet punch from Scizor aren't always guaranteed to kill, so after a coil they definitely aren't always guaranteed to break my sub, definitely not kill, break my sub. So after a coil, I'm definitely well outside of range of getting my sub broken. So yeah, it could be worth noting that. Yeah, that's the idea behind Zygarde. Leftovers, of course, very nice with a set like this. Tapu Bulu is going to make an appearance, even though it's kind of awkward in the matchup where he's, on paper, such a very strong team against it. Things offensively like Scizor and Venusaur and Torkoal are all very, very strong against the Pokemon. just felt like I had a good enough reason to bring something to be a bulky offensive wall breaker. Just where most of the switch-ins for this Pokemon are kind of one-dimensional in a sense. Not necessarily Scizor, it's a little bit more versatile, but nothing's going to really want to appreciate a Nature's Madness out of the Pokemon that I listed before. And depending on the instance that I get this Pokemon in, a Nature's Madness plus a Stone Edge might kill the Pokemon. Yeah, depending on how things shape out, because I do intend to have rocks and toxics on lots of things before Tapu Bulu even thinks about making too many splashes in the battle. But yeah, it's kind of nice to have. The attack investment, I believe, allows me to, I think, guarantee a 2-shot on, I want to say Torkoal, Baxcalibur, and Enamorus. I'm not too sure. This is very specific variants that I was calculating for on Shodan as well, and where Evil, as we've known from our regular season battle, has a very, very high aptitude for prep. Might not be what it seems, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see on that one. I'll double check on the calcs for that, but I have the lowest amount of attack necessary to do something. I'll just have to kind of circle back on that. Which allows me to run the bulk that I have in order to potentially live 2 attacks from things like Great Tusk and stuff like that. So that's kind of the thinking behind this. Now, unfortunately, given the move slots that I have access to, I might end up dropping sub for Hornleech. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do, but this set doesn't hit things like Great Tusk, which is a little bit of an issue. So it's kind of an awkward Pokemon in the matchup, but I figure I can at the very least throw him off with this, because, you know, after like, it doesn't, I guess Nature's Madness, what it really does for me is it doesn't put a whole lot of pressure on me to get toxics on things, and of course things like Scizor and Venusaur can't get toxic anyway, so things that commonly switch into toxic / Tapu Bulu are going to get hit by Nature's Madness is kind of the thinking. So I thought it was just very, very nice in the matchup. And Diancie's going to make another return appearance. This time it's going to be modest. I found last time after reviewing the battle that I was unable to kill things that I really wanted to, which I thought was kind of the whole point of Diancie coming, because I brought a sub 3 Taxa set on Diancie, and I was in the sun, and a Mystical Fire didn't kill the Venusaur, and I was kind of bummed. So I'm going to make sure that that doesn't happen again, assuming that is a similar spread to what he brought last time. So yeah, this, I didn't really need Timid, because I don't expect something along the lines of a Timid max speed Enamorus, unless it is Choice Specs, which I can figure out with a Skuntank switch or something like that. As last time he opted to bring Scarf, and I feel like having a Scarf Enamorus allows him to check things such as a Dragon Dance Zygarde again, so I think he's kind of forced into that that prep a little bit. Could throw me off for a loop there, you never know, but I really do expect him to bring something along the same lines of what he brought last time for Enamorus, so that's why I didn't opt to allow Diancie to, or make it so that Diancie sped crept AMAX speed, Timid, Enamorus. But what Diancie does as speed creep is a non-speed boosted Great Tusk and Baxcalibur, so I'm still able to wall break anything pretty comfortably that isn't a faster Pokemon. So that's nice. And what this also allows is for a little bit more HP than I had last time, because I was speed creeping something that was so close to Diancie's base speed. I didn't have much room for bulk. I think I ended up having like something along the lines of 32 or 36 HP EV. So this kind of throws a little bit more bulk in the mix for me. So that's kind of nice there. So Vaporeon's gonna kind of replace Caldeo in the matchup a little bit, because I really didn't notice this in the regular season matchup versus Evil, but Wish Vaporeon does really, really good in the matchup if I'm able to get it in opportune times where, you know, sun's not up, and obviously Venusaur is not a huge threat to my team at the given moment. Like, say I have a full health Skuntank or something I can wish into. That's the kind of idea that I have for this. Like, it's got a lot of opportunity to shine, and especially where I have more of a bulky offensive theme going for this team this time, I feel like it was a valuable option. Now, I'm not hitting everything with this Pokemon, which is kind of sad. I really wanted to find a way to throw Ice Beam on this set in order to hit things like Great Tusk in the sun a little bit harder, as well as Enamorus, but you know, you win some, you lose some, and I think everything that I have here is like the most optimal, or like they're the 4 best moves that I could have for the matchup. I felt like I really needed Flip Turn. I felt like Wish Protect was a really important combination to have if I was going to go that route with Wish. And Scald just allows me to deal a decent chunk of chip damage on certain Pokemon, as well as potentially get burns on things that could otherwise snowball if not handled accordingly, such as Swords Dance Scizor or Samurott Hisui could potentially be some Pokemon that could catch me off guard, catch me napping a little bit. But yeah, gonna see if I can't make use of Wish Passing in this battle here. But Skuntank's gonna make a return. Ended up throwing away Sludge Bomb on this Pokemon for Protect, as I opted to change up a couple team members / make a couple team composition changes to where moveset changes, excuse me, to be able to still cover things like the Enamorus. So I didn't feel like I necessarily hugely needed an offensive move on Skuntank to hit Enamorus super effectively. Where you know, Flamethrower in the Sun still does a decent amount, I guess. It doesn't do half, of course, because it's not an offensive Pokemon. Or at least I didn't make it offensive, but you know, with the team composition that I have, I feel like I didn't necessarily need it too much. So if I'm able to make the Tapu Bulu set, for example, work the way I intended to, I can always freely click a Stone Edge behind a sub if I am expecting an Enamorus to stay in or switch in, which, again, situational, but you know, that's what draft is all about, is trying to cover everything to the best of your abilities. So ended up going with a Toxic Protect turn. I felt like I needed Protect on a Pokemon or two, just where it would help me stall with Toxic, as well as potentially stall any Sun turns, where my opponent opted to bring Heat Rock on his Torkoal last time. So we're going to see if we can't account for that. We're bringing a couple Protect options here. But yeah, Skuntank, same EV spread as last time. It's the most... it gives me the most, or puts me in the most advantageous, or gives me the highest chance possible to not get two-shot by Enamorus, I believe. Modest Scarf Enamorus, I think. After Protect anyway. So it would have to be after Protect and Black Sludge. I don't necessarily need the Grassy terrain, but that kind of ensures it too. So yeah, just kind of the reasoning behind the benefit of Protect over Sludge Bomb. Darm's coming this week. Opted to bring a Jolly Darm to make sure that I can outspeed Modest, Scarf, and Amorous. So again, another one of those team members that allows me to, you know, make sure I'm covering every option. The only kind of crappy thing about Darm this week, where it's Jolly, I can't innately two-shot a Fizdef Torkoal with any one move that Darm has access to, unless I was to risk the accuracy miss with Stone Edge over Rock Slide, but after Rock Slide kill is able to two-shot a defensive Torkoal, so I'm okay with that. Really what this Pokemon's meant to do anyway is click U-turn this battle. I feel like there's opportunities for it to clean late game, obviously, too, but its really main purpose is to just put myself in a strong position early on. I feel like it could be a very good lead option in this matchup, too. So, yeah, we're going to see if it can't put in the work despite being a little bit less powerful than prior weeks, but yeah, pretty standard set there. And we're going to see if we can't, move on to the championship, the final two, the coveted top two guarantee. As it's been a little bit of a... I can't remember if I did last season or not. Anyway, it's been a while. No, I didn't. It's been a while since I've been top two in a singles league, so very much would like to turn the tides there. On the other side of things, to give anyone watching an idea, my good friend Dagster won his battle in the quarterfinals, and he is sitting in the semifinals. So there's also a chance of both of us facing in the championship if he's able to beat Mark or DD, who's the #1 seed, in the semifinals. So very, very excited to see the outcome of that battle as well. We're going to have to look into that as the week encroaches on us. But yeah, we're going to see if we can't focus on getting our dub first against Evil. And yeah, I'm going to see if he's ready to go here shortly, and we will see you all there. All right, wish us luck, because we're going to need it. All right, so we are here. I'm extremely nervous as it's been almost a week since we recorded our team builder. I will mention, as I previously iterated in our team builder, that I was unsure about the Tapu Boo set, so I did end up making the change from Substitute to Horn Leech like I was wanting to just make sure that I have all the means necessary to hit all of his Pokemon. I wasn't really hitting Great Tusk with the set that I was bringing. So yeah, I did end up making that change. It doesn't really change too much about the team. Everything else is still the same. I'm still not entirely sure to this point as to what Pokemon I want to lead. It kind of really depends on what my opponent opts to bring, I suppose. But yeah, these are the 6 that I'm expecting: Excalibur, Great Tusk, Torkoal, Venusaur, Enamorus, and Scizor. They were the 6 that he brought last time, so I'm kind of expecting the same 6 this time. I don't know if Evil has a better 6th Pokemon to bring, although, you know, there's lots on his draft that could make an appearance potentially. Like, I could see Miss Magius potentially become a threat versus me, so you never know. But yeah, without further ado, we're just going to hop on into it and see how we do. This is for top 2, so we're going to try our best here. But yeah, we're going to see how the battle goes. Yeah, one thing I'm curious to see if he does end up bringing the same Enamorus set, if it's Scarf or... Well, if it is Scarfed, whether it's Modest or Timid, because that'll make it so that Darm will be able to outspeed. If I can determine that early on, that's going to be huge, I think. It'll help me in the end game win with Darm. See what happens here. Extremely nervous. I really want to make top 2, but, you know, I was very, you know, okay with losing to Evil's draft in the regular season. Okay, so he brought Garbodor over... Great Tusk, it looks like. That is interesting. Okay, Great Tusk was very, very threatening to me offensively. I'm kind of surprised that he ended up doing this. Does that change my lead? How does that affect my lead? I don't know if it necessarily does hugely. Like, part of me always wants to lead. Like, Zygarde's okay. Just gonna get the live battle link here. Whoops. Bad. We'll see. Okay, oh no, he got it already. Good. Okay. Like, I always thought to myself that Zygarde and Darm were pretty good lead options. Diancie could also be an okay lead. I just don't want to get caught off guard in a bad position against a Torkoal lead, so that's why I was kind of thinking Zygarde was okay. If he leads Enamorus on Zygarde lead, what happens? Do I die right away? He's Scarfed and Modest. I do. Okay, that's fine. So it's kind of a tricky lead. Like, I have leads that invalidate his, but then... Yeah, it's kind of hard. I think I'm going to lead Zygarde. I think overall it is just the most, like, safe lead. I think Torkoal and Scizor is most likely leads anyway, so we're just going to go with Zygarde, I think. We'll see here if I regret... well, let me think. Yeah, I'm going to second guess this a lot. I like Zygarde. Part of me really wants to lead Darm, just even though there's a chance that I lead Scizor, like, Yeah, like I really want lead advantage. I'm just gonna stick with Zygarde though. No Enamorus? Garbodor, okay. It's fine. So, what does Garbodor do? What does Garbodor do? Is the question. Just get counter? No. Okay. Like, does he want Toxic Spikes? Is that the thing? How much is Zygarde doing to Garbodor? It does guarantee 2-shot. I could just sub. Just make him show me what he wants to do. I think that's okay. And based on what he goes in for, I play accordingly. Like, I'd rather make the play here for him to force me what he has to break my sub. If that makes sense. And if he doesn't, I could always coil. So I have some plays here. I'm in an alright position. I'm interested to see what kind of Garbodor this is. I didn't prep for Garbodor. So. Nobody preps for Garbodor. Maybe that was my first mistake. Quote the... Yeah, there's the Baxcalibur switch. Okay, so... I can find out if this is max speed. Well, I can... Yeah. I can find out if I'm... I mean, the only way it's faster than me is actually if it's Scarf, so... How much am I doing? Yeah, that's a good amount of damage, actually. Actually, if I get to +1... No, Icicle Crash still kills. Okay, so... I think what I can just do is 1,000 arrows. Ice Shards. That's fine. So it is... no bulk. It was fully offensive. How much is this doing to my Vaporeon? It's not Life Orb. So yeah, I can go into Vape. Sun's not up, I can afford this switch now. I think what I can do here is Flip Turn. Because of the fact that Sun's not up, I don't have to fear an aggressive switch in by him. And I've revealed that this is not a choice-locked or offensive item Baxcalibur. Oh, I'm so nervous. Sign that people who get nervous in situations, you know, they want it's a weak armor? No, okay. This is Garbodor. Actually, can I figure out what kind of Garbodor this is? Based on that damage, I probably couldn't, right? Vaporeon's Flip Turn did 13%. So, is it max HP? Okay, so it's Fizz Def. It's a form of Fizz Def. It's a form of Fizz Def. The highest defense he could be is 112 with a Fizz Def nature, so... I think I can just go into Zygarde again, right? Threaten it out. Get some leftovers as well. Do I want just 1,000 arrows here? I think I'll 1,000 arrows here. Does this thing get any coverage moves for you? Like, I'm just kind of trying to understand why. What does this thing get to hit me? I'll just sub again, I think. Just until I figure what it is. I think against this, my play was always a coil, wasn't it? Coil on this. A U-turn might break my sub. Oh, he does bullet punch, okay. Okay, now that's scissors in. +1 defense. So bullet punch still, or doesn't always. Let's see, what's this? I think that kind of confirms he's max attack. He's definitely adamant, yeah. So I think here I'll just 1,000 arrows. I don't really have a reason not to. If he gives me damage on an Amorous, that's fine. Like, something's gonna take a chunk. And Amorous is not going to appreciate this hit if it comes in. I figure he just U-turns here, right? He could also Sword Stance, I guess. And sack this. Like, his play is either to just U-turn or hard switch, right? So he wants to knock me off. Don't know anything about this scissor yet, other than it's adamant. And max attack, probably. Excuse me. Oh, the nerves are running rampant. I'll feel a lot better once I get through this Sun Core of Torkoal Venu, I think. And as long as Dharm's available at the end. And I can figure out what set the Enamorous is. Excalibur. Is that drop? 1%, that's annoying. How close was that? Just out of information's sake. Okay, it was a roll in his favor to live. That's fine. How much is Ice Shard doing? Ice Shard is 43 to 50. Do I want to take the kill here, or do I want to go into Vape? I kind of like this thing being healthy, to be honest. If I made an aggressive switch into Dharm, do I die? I could. I'm just trying to think here, like... How much is he doing to my Vape again? 43 to 53? The safest play is to switch in Vaporeon, right? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna kick myself with the Ice Shards. Yeah, I should have gone to Dharm, that's okay. That's alright. I wasn't in a position where I need to risk that, you know, like... I'm just gonna flip turn. I have no reason not to here. He could save this Pokemon. It speeds my Bulu. There's still things he could bring it in on anyway. Force me to switch into things, you know, like... I could protect you if I wanted to, but I don't know if there's a point. It's only a little bit of damage, and I don't know, it might come into play later, but who's to say? Torko's a switch, okay. Can I figure out what kind of Torkoal this is based on the damage? Flip turn, so it's not defensive. It is likely Spidev. Okay, so it's max HP and probably or it could be special attack, I guess, too. Do I just still go Zygarde, right? Like, knowing that's max HP? Should be able to just go Zygarde, right? You think? That's okay. Does Torkoal ever break my sub? If it's offensive, it could. I think my play here is just 1,000 arrows, though, isn't it? I don't really have a drawback. Excalibur, that's okay. Pick up the kill on that. Okay. Good, good. And Namorous comes in, right? Threatens me out with a Moonblast. I have one less switch into Namorous now that I opted not to bring Magnezone this go around. I had a Shuckleberry Magnezone last time. It was pretty alright at switching into the thing. One less endgame on this early on is pretty cool. I will take not having to deal with Excalibur later. I almost had Excalibur. And Namorous, yeah, that's fair. I think what I always do in this position, I could... How much is it doing to my Dancy and Namorous? Say it is Scarf Modest. Moonblast does two-shot me. And I don't kill it back. I wonder... Do I just go Skuntank, right? Like, I don't know if I have a better play. Yeah, I'll just go Skuntank on it. Earth Power? No, Moonblast, okay. Oh, the crit's annoying. Crit's uber annoying. So that confirms that it is not Specs, which is pretty cool. So that crit did 58. That's not Modest then. It's Timid? Huh. I think either way my play is to protect here. Oh, it's Timid. Interesting. I need to play around this kind of carefully, I think. Do I want to protect and see what this thing wants to go for? Does get a spike up, okay. I think I'll go into Zygarde here. So he has a hazard stacking Garbodor. Toxic, that's fine. I just spam 1,000 arrows, I think, in this position. Zygarde's pretty well done the job that's needed to, and it's going to continue to do more. Garbodor is a cool bring. It was a good predict on him just for me to switch. I just don't want to let him get up a bunch of stat hazards for free, because spikes are kind of annoying for me. Venusaur. Okay. Can we figure out anything from that? Switching in. Zygarde. There's a min roll for no bulk, so that's curious. Do I just stay in? Because if it's Life Orb, he dies to 1,000 arrows plus recoil, right? So part of me just wants to stay in. Solar Beam, cool. Okay, that's fine. Oh, the crit. Okay, crit for crit, though. Crit for crit, though. Okay, I can sort of start to see the end game playing out here. I can't get too can't get too ahead of myself here though. He goes Enamorous or Scizor. I sack Zygarde. Enamorous, okay. Yeah, I sack Zygarde. I could go. I could go Darm on this. How much is Darm Rock Slide doing to Enamorous? Rock Slide should kill. Let me think. How much is one layer spike taking from Skuntank? Actually, I think I have to go Darm, and I'm gonna click Rock Slide. Just in case it goes Torkoal. Yeah. Then it goes Torkoal. Oh, I miss it. That's so frustrating, dude. That's so frustrating. That would have been such a nice thing to hit. Come on. Alright, don't let it bug me. That stinks, dude. Man, that sucks. How much am I doing, actually, before I get too ahead of myself? Because I know it's not Fizdef. It's likely special attacking. Say it's that. Yeah, that would have been great to hit. Would have two-shot it. I think this a hard thing now is I have to go Diancie. In case he's like, if he solar beams, then it's hard. Okay. I think what I do now is get up rocks. Or I could sub. I'm just gonna... I think I'll sub just in case he goes Scizor. And then I'll rocks next time. Like, if he does show a move that breaks my sub. Actually, let me calc versus Torkoal. If he has Earth Power, just in case. Earth Power versus my Diancie. If I sub, that's minus 25, so... $73. Okay, I'll be outside of a range of an Earth Power, but if he has Solar Beam, then that's the issue. So I'll sub. I'll sub. If he goes Scizor, that's gonna be huge. I can afford the sub, I think. See, show Earth Power, Solar Beam. Okay, so I think what I do here then is go get a Brox. Might overprotect me to go into Bulu. Or Skuntank even. Okay, he just solar beams, that's fine. I lived? Oh my lord. Well, I do have to sack this now. What does the most? Torkoal. That's insane. Moonblast probably does. Wow, that was a crazy sequence of events. I really thought Solar Beam would kill me. I'll take the damage. Makes Dharma a lot more threatening with this damage. This will also confirm whether or not it's Spidef or not. Actually, how much is this doing to my Vaporeon? Oh, wait, also I can figure out whether this Torkoal is... I need to slow down. Solar Beam is not modest and not offensive. We know that. Based on that. Yeah, it did, what, 55. So yeah, it is this. How much is it doing to Vape with Solar Beam? 34 to 40. After Rocks and that. Still 3 at KO. I have, yeah. I could Mystical Fire, like, just to lower its special attack. I might do that, actually. Yeah, I'll Mystical Fire. So it is a little bit of Spidef, I think. So I can Wish on this. Just pretty sweet. -1. Wish. Fine. How much am I doing to this thing in the sun? 40, 35, 42. Potentially less. Still a lot. I can Scald, I think. It's a pretty cool Torkoal set. He's also forcing me to show him that I have Heal Bell. But I don't. So I understand the Toxic play. I think this Pokemon's also very threatening to him in the late game. Does my Darm not kill Garbodor? Yeah, just do a lot. Does not do a lot. If I can get a burn on this. No burn, that's okay. I think Ooh, do I lose at this? I think I need a Scald here. Trailblaze. Oh, stop critting me, god damn it. Burn. Thank you. This game, I swear, wants me to lose. Okay. could come down to Bulu. I might be able to set up on this Pokemon here. If he clicks Sword Stance here, he throws, I think. Yeah, he definitely throws if he Sword Stances here. I also know that Torko's not Heat Rock, so I'm wondering if it's Boots. I feel like he has to kill me here, right? Like, Roost does nothing for him. Sword Stance kills him. He has to kill me. Roost does nothing for him. Like, it didn't do a whole lot anyway. I can go Bulu, I think. How much is Scizor doing to my Bulu? If it's burned. It's my type of Bulu. Yeah, it does nothing. I think I can bulk up once. Does Timid and Amorous kill me? No. Does Torkoal kill me? No, it's not defensive. Calm. It does not. And a +1, I kill him with Stone Edge. So I bulk up. Bulk up, I bulk up, I bulk up. So Scizor. It's fine. Okay, so based on the damage from Scald, Vaporeon, it's max HP, so what's likely max HP? I'm +1. Just gonna take these off for a sec. I think I can bulk up again, honestly. Garbodor, that's fine. How much am I doing to Garbodor? +2. This also confirms it's Boots. Oh no, it's not Boots. It's not Boots, I'm sorry. Nature's Madness. That's fine. Ooh, it's fast. Okay. Alright, now I can Stone Edge. I don't want to risk not killing. Stop missing, for fuck's sake. He's hitting his gunk shots, why can't I hit my Stone Edges? Like, where's the trade-off? Hornleech. It's very annoying. This game would be over. Like, it would absolutely be over if I had the health on Bulu. Like, I can still win with Darm, but it's gonna be a miracle. Come on. Okay. And double down. Okay, so is this where I want to try to win with Dharm, or what do I want to do here? I could potentially go into Skuntank in case he goes Dharm. I'm just, yeah, I did that earlier. Okay, I'm just gonna go into Skuntank, I think. Safest play. And leave it up to Dharm at the end. Choice in a rock slide and pray. Man, this is coming down to the wire. Like, I don't think he goes in Amorous here, so I think either way Skuntank's the better switch. Get a little bit of extra damage on Garbodor. Yeah. So... I don't know what this Pokemon's last move is. Also, Rock Slide doesn't kill. Okay, so... Like, do I just protect and give myself the best chance 11 attack? I think I'll do that. Like, how much is a Gunk Shot doing to my Skuntank? 20 to 24? Yeah, if I protect, it gives myself a live with Stomping Tantrum, so... Also, I can figure out, based on the damage it did my Bulu earlier, +2 defense. Yeah, it's no attack. Okay. Alright, so I have Flamethrower once. Like, I'm in range of Stomping Tantrum, but it's not guaranteed. It's in my favor. There we go, that damage is huge. Yeah, Stomping Tantrum, good. One more Flamethrower. Yeah, okay. Aftermath, and I Scarf myself into Rock Slide and pray. That is the game. That is the way I win. That is the way I win. As long as the Namorous doesn't kill me somehow. I don't know. I don't know. No, it definitely does. If it comes down to whether it's Timid or not Timid Scarf. Nah, that's a GG. Good, well played. Good prep. He was hiding that very well. Man, I do feel though that if some of those crits didn't happen, that it would have been very different. But that is Pokemon. I'm very, very happy to have been able to make it this far into the league, make it this far into playoffs as well, and we're gonna now turn our sights to rooting for our two championship contenders, whoever they end up being. I don't know to this point who's going to win between... Well, obviously I don't know who's going to win, but I don't know who has won yet between DD and Dagster. They've yet to play their match, but Devil has locked himself into the final two, and we will face the loser of that game to determine who goes on to be third place. But yeah, that's really it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you for the next one. All right, bye-bye.